Okay, welcome again to Borg Tries to Fix It. If you can see, I'm actually in my dining room and I have the two front seats for the Lincoln Mark LT taken out of the car. I took them out because I wanted to shampoo the rug because in the past there's been some definite leaking of the sunroof, which I fixed at this point, but there's still that musty smell, so I wanted to shampoo the carpet, get everything as clean as possible. And I figured while I was doing that, I'd take these out and see what I could do about making them look a little bit better. So what I got is a leather dye from a company called Seat Doctor, and I sent them the VIN and everything, and they sent me the dye that matches this interior color of the Lincoln. And so what I'm going to do is work mostly on the driver's seat. I already did the few places on the passenger seat that needed it as kind of a test, and it came out pretty well. So first, I'll bring in the camera, I'll show you what it looks like when we start, and then we'll put on, a couple of coats of this, and we'll see how it turns out. I figure I have nothing to lose. The Florida sun has really put a beating on this leather, but if I could just cover up some of these darker spots where the leather's starting to, crack and whatnot, I'd be pretty happy with it. And I mean, the leather, the dye was only like 20 bucks, so, I'm not out a lot of money, so let's give it a shot. Okay, let's take you in close and show you this. Alright, so you see we got some cracking here, there's cracks here, there's a little bit of discoloration everywhere. Let's get a good shot of the whole thing. Yes. Most of the problem is definitely on this lower seat, or the butt part. And then if you look in the back, there's some cracking on the bolsters on the side a little bit, so I'll probably do that as well. So let's get started. Okay, so I already cleaned all this as well as I could. I know it's might not look it, but it is as clean as I'm gonna get it. So I'm just gonna use an old t-shirt, and they say to put it on with a cloth. Shake it up. And let's go. Okay, so the dye job's done. see if you can see this. This is the driver's seat. It looked all cracked up. And, you know, it's not perfect. You know, the color's a little bit lighter than original, or it could just be that the original's kind of darker and I couldn't clean it up enough to match the color, but you know what? It looks better. I'm happy. That'll be fine. It's just a truck. You know, let my perfectionist tendencies go away and just live with it. So, these are ready to go back in the truck, so let's do that. Okay, what we're also going to do while I'm thinking about it is this trim here, if you see, is pulled off because of a little accident here. You can't see well on the screen, but there's some little scratches on it. Whatever. It is what it is, but I do want to tape or get some adhesive in there and put this one back down. Same with this here and all the way back here. So, what we're going to do is put the adhesive on, use some 2x6s, some clamps, and get that all taken care of. So you can watch me while I do that. Okay, we're going to use some of this adhesive here, put it in here, and then clamp everything up. Okay, so like everything I've done, that was a pain in the ass, but it's on there. Now, you know, they say let it sit for 24 hours. I'm not going to leave the doors open for 24 hours. It's the morning now. I'll probably give it 10 hours. Come back tonight, see how it's doing. Alright? Thanks. Okay, so the seats are back in the truck. Here they are. So we've done the seats. We got the new center console in. The only thing left to do is the steering wheel, which I do have a cover, and this armrest is a little beat up and I couldn't clean it up, so I actually got some paint, so we're going to try that at a later date. I'll show you these side moldings that we glued back on. Not perfect, but you know what? They look better. You know, they don't look like they're flopping off, and if I go through a car wash or something, nothing's gonna happen. So also, since we had the truck, we've put on the back tonneau cover. You saw me do the bumper. Alright, and then I did some stuff to the front that I didn't film, but if you look, this lower, I guess, trim piece here was white before, and it didn't have these tow hooks. So I put new tow hooks in and put this black piece on, which I think looks pretty good. And then I put a piece of, it's kind of a mesh piece right in the middle here. It's hard to see with the light, but trust me, there's a mesh piece in there. And I also changed out the fog lights on both sides. Now this bumper here still needs something done with it, touch up paint, or you know, even replacement if I feel like painting it, and maybe get some paint on here. But overall, not too bad. It's pretty much drivable. We're good to go. You know, I do want to do a tune-up and other things, but for now, that's good. Moving on, we're going to be going back to the cutlass. So this beast here. So if you've seen, since I showed you last, I told you I was going to weld in some pieces, which I did here and over here, right up in here, there. So this one I finished, put some Bondo on and finished. I've got the Bondo up over there. I just need to sand it down, and then we can paint up this cowl and paint up this firewall here, which will be great. We're also gonna take off all this suspension because we got all new pieces coming in, and then I can finish painting the frame. And I don't know how good this is going to show on camera, but I did paint the entire underside of the car, including the frame here, frame rails, all the way back up into there. So all that's painted. So once I finish and paint up this front frame, we'll be good to go. And if you ask why I didn't paint with the camera on, take a look at this Tyvek suit. It's completely covered in paint everywhere, in my hair, so that was fun. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier since this front piece isn't under the car. But anyway, more to come on all of that. So hopefully, you know, now that the holidays are over and everything, we'll get more videos out. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Later.